health, mind, body, spirit.
Hello, you are watching an interesting and informative video on survival skills while you are lost in the wilderness.
Please read this disclaimer carefully.
Survival strategies. If you ever find yourself in a live or die situation with no ties to civilization, here's what you need to know to survive while you are lost in the wilderness. Choose a safe campsite. With an aim to stay elevated and dry, you should locate a campsite that is not in a low-lying area, and is free from natural dangers like bugs or insects, falling rocks and weak branches that might fall on you during the night. Select a place that is close to resources like running water, dry wood, to easily build a fire, and natural structures that can protect you from the elements. Prepare a good shelter. It is important that you make an insulated shelter in order to survive in the wilderness. You could either build an A-frame home with the help of a tarp or garbage bag and branches, or familiarize yourself with making a lean-to, which can be an excellent barrier against wind, cold and rain. Use debris, like leaves, moss and pine needles for bedding. A simple AA battery to start a fire. According to wilderness guru Greg Stewart, any battery can help start a fire. He says, it's about short-circuiting the battery. With the help of a wire, foil, like a gum wrapper, or steel wool, the positive and negative terminals can be connected to create a spark. Fire building. You can build a fire with the help of some dry tinder, fibrous material like cotton balls covered in Vaseline or lip balm and wood. Fire can help you purify water, sterilize bandages, and signal for rescue. It also provides protection from animals. Finding natural sources of water. Apart from rain, snow and dew, you can squeeze a pure form of water from vines, thistles and cacti. You can also collect water by covering a leafy branch with a plastic bag. The transpiration process will condense ready-to-drink water in the bag. Groundwater should be boiled to kill pathogens before it is consumed. Spot a maple tree. For a natural energy drink, you just need to cut a hole in the bark of a maple tree and let the watery syrup flow. Identifying edible flora. Familiarizing yourself with edible flora can help you a lot while you are lost in the wild. A few common edible plants include cattail, lamb's quarter, also called wild spinach, and dandelions. Natural navigation. There are many ways to find your way out of a forest, such as using the sun, rivers, trees, satellites and the moon to navigate, if you are lost without a compass or map. Signaling for rescue. Two obvious ways of calling for rescue are to make an easily visible fire and smoke in the open and to arrange stones in the pattern of help or SOS. A flashlight is another good way to attract attention, or use a mirror to reflect the sun. Be careful about wild animals. Out in the wild, there can be many unexpected encounters with animals that are dangerous, so it's important to survey the scene and be extra careful while treading in the forest. Inform others about your trip. The practice of informing someone every time you go on trip helps if you don't return from your journey at the expected time. They can help by alerting the right authorities. Basic first aid techniques. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR, the Heimlich maneuver, abdominal thrusts, patching up a wound and securing a broken bone are some of the basic first aid skills that are good to have in general, but they are essential survival skills in case of an emergency. Do not fear. Although it is easier said than done in a survival situation, make your best effort to ward off these 7 enemies: panic, pain, cold, thirst, hunger, fatigue, boredom and loneliness. Expect luck. In some of the greatest human survival stories, People have come out of the dire situation by pushing themselves to extraordinary places.
Thank you. Keep watching more interesting and informative videos.